how did you get to know about Center for Implant Dentistry?
Well, originally I've done a ton of research on various companies, some of the large names that you see commercials for, and went through every nook and cranny within the internet and found a Center for Dental Implant Dentistry, and it was really just after meeting with them, was very comfortable with what the service that they provided. In dealing with me, I'm a very hard patient to deal with. I have an extreme fear of going to the dentist, and this was, although very extremely hard thing to do for me, but I don't think I could have done it with any other place than here. So really took the time to explain to me, the extra time to go through the surgery that it would take for me. So certainly happy with my selection.
So why did you need the dental implants?
Well, I had many failing teeth, and not having a phobia of going to the dentist, I would try to reluctantly avoid it at all costs. After years of doing that, it just caught up with me, and I had many teeth that were either falling or failing, and so we decided to go with the complete rip and replace, and so I got all the fours, upper fours, lower fours done, and it's been a life changer in so many ways.
So how did the people in the office or the staff, how did we treat you? Like, how was your experience?
The staff here is excellent. Everything from the finances all the way down to coming in and my follow-up appointments. Everything has been as explained to me. Expectations were set early on. I was just telling the technician who helped me with my cleaning, like everything you told me was exactly right. You guys set expectations properly, and I've not had any issues. It's been a perfect experience so far.
So what did you think about our cost structure compared to the other dentists who offer the same services?
Relatively, the costs were about the same when it's all said and done. However, where the big difference was the experience, right? So one of the experience of just knowing that I'm feeling comfortable that coming here and I'm going to have major surgery done on my mouth was paramount to me. So that was a deciding big differentiator. The other differentiator is the quality of the implanting, the quality of the work that they did. The other places that I had gone to were willing to put in 4 bolts, and that was it. What I had done here was far more extensive, and what was actually needed, right? I think by going into maybe another place, I would have ended up paying more to get the quality of work and the scope of work that I received here.
And what did you think about the timeline we provide, like 3 to 5 days versus the timeline what the other places do provide?
What was interesting is that you guys originally gave me even a longer prognostication, all right, because you guys looked at my case and understood what it needed to be done, and that's why you guys gave me an actual estimate of time that was accurate. I've gone to other places, and there's the first places that I went to, there's absolutely no way they could have done it in that amount of time. It's impossible. It took me, I think, a total of 4 days to get through here, right? Which was, and that partially because I'm such a difficult patient, but I had a lot of extensive work done, and so it was quite a bit challenging, but the expectations were set early on, and they did a wonderful job of setting those expectations.
And your comments on our doctors, Dr. Gupta and Dr. Jain?
Lifesavers, and I, especially the surgeon. She took the time to, as many breaks as I needed, comforting me, calling in extra help to hold me down at times, to hold my tongue back, right? So it's a really good team effort here, and I think that's what really makes the difference here, is that everybody's pulling in the same direction for the patients. It makes all the difference in the world as a patient.
And how was your journey from the beginning till you got your implants done? Like, how did your family react to it, or how did you feel about the whole process? Well,
interesting enough, when I was just mentioning this today, now that having my implants done it's been almost 2 years, it's still every day it uncovers new benefits, right? It's impacted so many areas in my life that I didn't think that I never had any idea that it impacted, but having good teeth is paramount. It really changes everything from your relationships to your work to your self-confidence to your health, right? And I could go on, but there are no shortage of benefits from getting this surgery done.
And so how good do you feel after getting these done? Like, are you
recovery takes a while. It does just like anything else, right? The recovery does take some time, and then the hardest part is just getting used to it. But the overall journey has just been, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Although it's the hardest thing for me to ever do in my life, I wouldn't change it for the world, just because it makes me feel so much better. Even to and I told my kids this the other day, and the hardest part was that I felt embarrassed for them. And that's kind of where I think it's the biggest relief, is that I don't feel embarrassed for them. Like when with their, meeting their friends' parents, or they don't feel, and but if they did, I have no idea if they ever felt self-conscious about it or not. But it makes me feel that, I'm whole there, right? And it's not something they would have to feel embarrassed about.
You feel more confident about it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So your family's reaction was they were very happy looking at you?
Oh yeah, I think, and they love me in any way that I am, but I think they were happy to see me content, me happy with the way I look, and I think that's a big differentiator.
So any other points you have for us, would you?
No, I encourage people to get the work done, even more where you get it done, right? But just get the work done. But I will encourage you to take a look at the Implant Center for Implant Dentistry, because they really know how to work with difficult patients, know how to work with different financing terms, right? So if there's a will by you, there's a way that they'll figure out how to get you maintained.
And would you recommend us to your family and friends?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.